The reason I chose that particular image for the exhibition is because I've had so many problems with my hair when I was growing up. And I'm problems with how to manage my hair. My mother had no clue how to do hair. I chose this particular image because I've always had so many problems with my hair. Not just problems around other people's reaction to my hair, but problems with how to actually do my hair. Because my mum is from a family of women who know how to do hair, but she's not one of them. So what would happen is I'd have these really rough plaits at night that I'd kind of managed to put in myself. And then she would brush my hair all the way round, and I'd have this afro puff on the top. And the thing is, I've got really soft hair. My hair didn't like being in an afro puff. And then, of course, because she didn't know how to look after it, the sides would break and it was a bit of a disaster. So in the family pictures, because I always hated the way my hair looked, in every picture, I'm looking down or I'm looking away. I'd have one sock up, one sock down. I'd have my head bent. I would refuse to look at the camera in nearly every picture of me as a child. So to be in a position where I take a selfie and I'm happy with how my hair looks is like, it's an amazing place to be. So that was why I'd chosen that particular picture, because it's me with what I'd consider to be happy hair. I think I recognized I loved my hair when I had the ability to make the decision about what happened to my hair. So there are a couple of pivotal moments that I can think of. One was when I was a bridesmaid at a wedding and I had flowers in my hair. And my hair at that time would never do an afro. It's a bit of a standing joke in my family. My sister says I leave home with a different hairstyle every day, but I come back home with the same hairstyle because my hair just falls into this one hairstyle that it loves or that it can handle. So on the day that we went to the wedding, the wedding reception, I was a bridesmaid and I had these flowers in my hair, and I kind of had this kind of half afro, half arty thing that I'd created, and it looked really good. It was the first time it was the first time that I had actually you can actually see me looking at the camera and smiling. And then a couple of months later at my godmother's wedding, the same thing, and my sister said she remembers that day because it's the first day I did my own hair. She remembers that, but I didn't remember that. So that was one time I remember starting to develop a better relationship with my hair. And the time I really loved my hair was when I was about 17, 18, and I'd left home and had it cut into a Grace Jones style. So it was absolutely flat at the sides, it was flat across the top, it was so dramatic. And I used to wear a little gold piece of leather that went across my forehead and through my afro, and in all of my pictures, it's you can really see the difference in my confidence. So it was once I was able to play with it, I guess. That's the difference. I got to play. My hair hates everything. And there's a particular part near the nape of my neck where the hair never grew past like an inch and a half. It was constantly burnt. Every time I wanted to have anything done to my hair, I would really suffer. Blisters, blotches, bits of hair falling out. Um, I tried weaves, same thing. I can only have real hair in my head. So when I had weaves and they were synthetic hair, I literally would have to have it taken out the next day because I would be all scabby and blotchy. So me and my hair and anything to do with chemicals was really problematic. And it wasn't until I discovered I could twist it that I was like, that I was, oh, this is a whole new thing. But the thing with twist is twists now become more political, you know, they became something that I could only wear in certain places. but I had just started working in radio. They already thought I was a little bit crazy. So the twists I was able to get away with the twists, especially as if I had a formal engagement to go to, I could find ways to flatten them or stick them up or whatever. So that I began with twists and then eventually moved to locks because for the first time my hair was actually growing. So when I talk about my locks as rebellion, it's not that I feel they're rebellious. It's that I remember having a black member of my family say to me, "Why on earth would you have locks? Why would you make yourself look blacker than you are?" And I looked at him and I thought to myself, I pretty much think people see me as a black woman when they see me. So if I straighten my hair and put myself through that pain, I'm still a black woman. You know, if I twist my hair, I'm still a black woman, and my hair cannot be controlled. I don't want my hair controlled. I don't want it policed in that way because now you're telling me I have to police my body. To be fair, we have to police a lot of things ourselves anyway in the society in which we live. But if we have to moderate the way we talk, and if we have to moderate the way we dress, and if we have to moderate everything, it's exhausting. Please let my hair just have a break. More annoying than the money, um, and even more annoying than the blisters and the pain and the plaits that were too tight and all those issues that you have. More annoying than that was that I had to give my whole day over to putting myself through this pain. You know, I'd get to a hairdresser's at 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning, and all 6 o'clock, I'm now walking out. So it was really my time. My time was the thing that felt more precious. I felt robbed of my time. I could almost forgive the experimenting with the hair and the money and the shopping for the hair, but the time, you can't get the time back. Earlier was that I love swimming. Okay. Swimming and black hair is not a good combination. So, swimming and curly perms, swimming and relaxing, swimming and anything that involves you getting sweaty. It's not just moisture falling on your hair, it's you generating it from your scalp. So what I noticed worked better for me was to have single plaits. It had to be real hair, even though politically that has its own issues. But what it did mean was that when I was on holiday, I could go swimming in the sea because as I stood up, most of the plaits would stay in. They would dry quite naturally in the sun, but it meant that I had to be prepared to sit one evening a week and repair them myself or go somewhere. So I think what has happened for me is even though locks are quite a lot of work, it's not a free ride. I was hoping it would be when I started them, but it's not an easy ride. And because my hair was so soft, it had to be persuaded for like a year and a half before it would actually locks. And this is my second set of locks that I'm wearing now. I had a set and I cut them off. So I find this set is kind of me saying, actually, if I'm going to have hair, I'm going to have locks. If I'm not going to have hair, then I'll cut it all off. But I don't think that I would go back through any of the journey I've been through unless I was going to say, yeah, I'll have twists now. But natural and me, that's the combination.